there's a spirit at Centrum that you don't find anywhere else. And I can't think of any place in the world that's anywhere remotely as unique as Centrum. The fact that something of this magnitude exists in a community the size of Port Townsend is absolutely extraordinary.
Port Townsend has had a long history of activity in the arts. What Centrum is doing is trying to develop that incredible facility called Fort Worden State Park as a resident arts center, and in this process we've brought together probably some of the programs that existed there before more under one roof.
We are mute testimony to a lusterless magic, the joys of love. Next time, let's speak of dreams.
Bill Ransom, the man who founded the Writers' Conference, imagined more of a left coast, Volvo driving, latte drinking, rain boots wearing gathering in which everybody was coming in an egalitarian way to study from the masters.
At the time, the matching from National Endowment for the Arts and from the State Arts Commission was great, very supportive. And after the first year, we had people wanting to come.
Bill Ransom had given me a scholarship, so I came. And it was an exercise in being slapped beside the head, punched down, and then saying, I'm going for this. It was life-changing.
I think it matters now for the same reasons that it mattered to us at the beginning.
Right, and then we think, okay, so
it's a center, a nexus for people to get together and to advance their skills or their interests.
Cigarette. Sleep.
People take risks here, and you're going to get feedback from your peers and the whole community. You know, so it's very enriching as an artist, but as a person. I mean, this is an incredible place.
I decided that I would create a festival devoted to the instrumental folk music of the United States.
It seemed like people were playing on the rooftops and in the treetops and staying up all night, and the circus tent was a glorious, beautiful thing. If it was a windy or a rainy day, the sides would flap and swoosh, and it was kind of dramatic.
2, halt! You said you wanted to meet me in private? You got it. The blip hanger, now! Move it!
I think it all happened when an officer and gentleman was made, and they used a balloon hanger that was a decrepit, rusty old building. But Joe, he saw that that could be something more than that. It could be what he was looking for, a performing arts center. So he spent every waking moment raising money for that.
All right, Mayo.
He was so excited about the whole thing.
Let's see what you got.
The Seattle Symphony came to perform, and then as a finale, the orchestra had been told that a guest would be the conductor, and Joe was like a kid in a candy store. And as they were playing it, this huge Star-Spangled Banner was dropped down as a backdrop. It's an amazing day.
When he calls me, yes, I will answer.
Like 30 National Heritage Award winners have been here. We've always made an effort to get someone who was an excellent musician or some bearer of a culture or of a tradition.
I hear a lot of the old style music out here more than I do in Nashville, Tennessee, I'll say that. I do, that's true.
There's essentially been an unstinting commitment to artistic and cultural excellence.
It's all about participating. It's about playing the music, singing with the music, dancing to the music. It's the whole music as a social experience, and that's the thing that makes people want to incorporate music or any kind of art really into their daily life. And that's really what we're trying to do here.
This coming together of these musicians, these artists, really shows us the kind of community that we have and that we create. We create here for this week. This place that we all come together to flourish. It's like a dream buffet. Really, I think it's the only place I've seen this happen.
This is like a creative, imaginative, soulful utopia for us for a week. After a while, I don't see the line between student and teacher here. Because everybody's learning and everybody's offering and receiving.
I draw a ton of inspiration from world-class jazz musicians because I'm just constantly surrounded by them and other kids playing jazz who are my age. So it's unbelievably cool to come here and just listen and play jazz the entire week.
I think if I didn't have a camp like this where I'm learning so much and soaking in so many things about music, I don't think I would have the drive to be like, okay, I need to do this and do this and do this to get better at playing my instrument.
You can make decisions too. You can have this heart to break.
The workshop has always been the central experience and the most important part. And the performances have been kind of a celebration of the workshop and also a way for the greater public to be able to have some connection to these great artists. Jazz in the clubs is one of the things that makes our festival quite unusual. That is the way that jazz really grew up as an art form. And that's jazz's home base.
How lucky these kids are to have time here at Centrum and to have this experience. They're building lifelong skills. 21st century skills of critical thinking, creativity, communication, and collaboration are definitely naturally taught through exploration of the arts.
Wow, those are cool.
They learn skills that apply not just to the arts, but to life. I think what you're creating here is a whole community with the kids.
I think it's a rock walk because they've got the curled and they're white on the bottom. Experience is fun because you get to learn what you can do in nature. It's 1 week out of your life to just be away from your parents and be like, yay!
That sense of personal value that the kids take from being recognized as an artist in these programs is really, I think, one of the greatest gifts that we give.
They'll cherish this experience forever.
There's so many dancers in this world, and you don't know what to do. Try to become this dancer that you dream of, and things like this will help you get there. So it's great. I love it.
A broken nose, split my chin. Don't you come back here again.
Sometimes a part of Centrum is that, like, I'm so occupied with the blues and everything, I can get completely overwhelmed, and then I just have to go into town and get a Lego set or something just to calm me down.
So I didn't need my heart out, I didn't get sore, cause that never happened no more. That never happened no more, I said now.
In order to preserve this music and keep it going, young people are our future. So we got to pass it down to them and get them interested in this kind of music so that they will carry it on and teach their children. Because this institution wants to preserve the legacy of this music. It brings the older generations together with the young generations, rather than keep them separate. We all get to play together.
The porch jam is beautiful to me because it's so reminiscent of the 1930s when down in the South in Mississippi in the black communities where they're just playing a banjo on the porch and someone's playing harmonica. We're just missing rocking chairs. I think that's all we need is rocking chairs.
I teach at a lot of different camps. This is the only camp that I've ever taught at where the faculty are housed in houses. So that means they can have something in their living room, like what they're doing with Mr. Milton. Every morning, people just come over and hang out in his living room.
There are people who've been coming every year for decades and decades. The concentration and diversity is just unparalleled. And I hear that from people all around the country.
I ain't the president, so there's nothing I can do. Because the word in me was the same as the word in you.
You're gonna be alright. Yeah, you know you're gonna be alright.
I've been to every blues festival that has happened here. This is a place where all walls come down. They set the stage. They give everybody the tools here to say, here you go, sit down, break bread, listen to these songs, think about these lyrics, where did they come from? And then share yourself with people that want to listen.
You're gonna be alright. You're gonna be alright.
I'm extremely grateful to the experiences that I've had here because it really, really has shaped my life, you know, and the choices I've made.
Think about the world without Centrum. If Centrum weren't here, we wouldn't have this home to allow our wildest artistic dreams to come alive. It wouldn't be there. And then what do you do?